San Francisco 49ers taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he returns this to the 22. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Down the left sideline. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards on the ground. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room.
And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Niners at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the move to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense.
And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the number 1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down.
Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. This defense for the Bears, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I thought at first he tried to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right.
That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake.
And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. And now a fumble.
The ball's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll look to throw here. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Ramsey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. McCaffrey running up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll roll him out right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. Touchdown, Chicago! Second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Eluding the pressure right. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This 2nd and 4. Purdy bootlegging it. Rolling to his right. He'll get this to Bell. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Flush to his right. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk. as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That pass complete to Moore. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On second down, it's Ramsey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. Maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A second down throw for Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he's brought down at the 16. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 75. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Up the middle they go. Ramsey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On first down, it's Ramsey, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. He'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey to about the 48-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. To be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Now they'll change things up. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Ramsey takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Now 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, it's Ramsey, and he's got enough for the 1st across midfield to the 48. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down. Up the middle they go. Ramsey shifts by him. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And quickly, they get to the line. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this one is right down the middle.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So now the Bears down by 10, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ramsey. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Patterson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Back to throw. Able to find Connect. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Niners, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week.